What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Today's video is going to be I married a single mom, disastrous marriage. Okay, I want to see why it was disastrous, so I'm gonna get into the video. But before I get into the video, gotta do the YouTube stuff. Next goal is 10,000 subscribers by June. It's a crazy goal, but it's my goal. All right, you can give me the HBO special. You know what the HBO special is? That's the Help a Brother Out special. All right, give me the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. I'm gonna give y'all a second. Go and hit the like and the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. You'd be doing me a huge favor. All right, appreciate it. Now let's get into the video. I married a single mom, disastrous marriage. There will be a link in the description below if you want to watch the entire video without me giving my commentary. Let's get into it.
What's up, guys? Your boy Fresh&Fit CEO, and today we're gonna talk about my experience being married to somebody, and it was crazy. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so you got me. Today I'm going to talk about my past and how I turned red pill to the core. Back when I first came to America, which is Miami, pretty much I was out going to clubs a lot. After I worked on myself, started going out meeting girls. And I went to this one club downtown. It was like love at first sight, so they say. We linked up the next day, we went out, and for that 6 months, I felt like I was in heaven. She complied with everything. If I wanted to cook, she would cook. If I wanted to clean, she would clean. The work downstairs, whenever I wanted it. So for the most part, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, this is the one, you know? Hispanic, big booty, you know what I'm saying? That's my domain, so there you go. However, there was one thing that stood out. One thing that I thought I could just forget about it. It didn't matter. And my mom told me this. She had a kid. Yeah.
That is always the reaction to people who go into a relationship with a single mother not knowing what it takes to raise a child. Or you just think, oh, I can just willy-nilly, I just give a couple bucks, the kid will be around every now and then, I'll send him to his room, and then I'll, do at night, and everything will be good. Everything will be fine. I'll drop him off at school, maybe buy him a book bag every year for school, whatever, couple pairs of shoes, and we're good to go. I got the money for it. There are more pieces to that puzzle, okay? And I don't want to, get into that before he tells his story, of course, because his story might include some of those pieces, and I'd hate to go over them before, they're discussed. So let's continue the video.
She was a single mom, and it's funny. I thought I could just skip past it. I thought it wouldn't be that important. I thought I could just, hey, you know what? I'll give him some money every now and then, feed him. Lo and behold, I was wrong. And guys, that 1 year I was with that chick, it was cool, except the part about being a dad. It's one thing to be a dad, but it's another thing to be a dad. You can't discipline your son, if that makes sense. This whole process of me learning how to be a stepdad and not being able to put my rules down in my own house was really crazy. And
you were a cuck.
I was literally. So when guys say to you, don't date single moms, it's for a reason. Now, I will say this though, right? She was a very good girl. She didn't give me any issues. But the thing was that I was a slave in my own home. It was always 2 against 1.
Exactly. That's one of the pieces that you don't think about right away. You are now in service of this woman and another man's child. This man is out doing the do with other women, spreading the seed everywhere else. You're stuck now, basically a servant of this mother and this new child that you are alien to. You're going to have a hard time, trying to discipline the child because you're not the child's dad. There's going to be a lot of friction in this family. Okay? Every time there's an occurrence, it's going to be her and her son, and it's going to be you. It's always going to be a 2-in-1 scenario in these situations. Every time. Unless that woman allows you to learn and discipline that child, it's going to be a hard time. I had a stepdad. My mom, she allowed him to discipline me, and it changed me as a person. I became a man that grew to respect people a little bit better. Okay, because the trajectory that I was on was a trajectory that wasn't going to lead me to having a show that potentially that will have 10,000 subscribers by June. Hit the like and subscribe button, by the way, right? So I'm happy he did come into my life. He had kids too. My mom had kids. They got together and did what it and made it do what it do. You feel me? And now I'm here. But in a lot of cases, that's not it. The mother doesn't allow the stepdad, whose house they're living in, to discipline the child, and that can become very, very tensions. That can build a lot of tension in a relationship when your son's throwing up gang signs and smoking weed in the bathroom, and you can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? In your own house, that becomes a problem. Any man knows that you become territorial. This is your space. You should be able to control your space, if any space. Let's continue.
And if you ever dated a single mom, seriously, you can relate to this issue, because for the most part, when dating single moms, her kick comes first. And that's how it should be. I don't think it should be any other way. But as a man coming in from the outside, it's not the same. So I would say this, guys. That experience kind of made me realize, you know what? I came to America to make it be successful. This is holding me back. So I need to get out ASAP. So that night, came home from work, and I left right away. Got in my car. I went on YouTube. I typed in single mothers. So I found my boy Soul TV 84. He had a video that said 10 reasons why you shouldn't date single moms. I also found Tom Likas, the Savior. That guy literally changed my life overnight. I also found King Riches, shout out to him. Found Lucario, all these guys I found, right? And it made it apparent to me, like, hey, I am literally a cuck. I'm the guy paying all the bills while her baby daddy's out partying with other chicks. Yeah. And I'm here being stepdaddy. For what? I was 23 years old or whatever, like, I'm young. What's going on here? Literally, what I had to do was, I had to man up. This is not what I want to do. This is not how I want to live my life. I went home that night. So, yo, we got to talk.
And that's the difference. Being able to step up to the plate at 23 years old. You know what I mean? Step up and tell this woman right off, this is too much for me. This is too much for me, and that's okay. Salute to him. Salute to him for being able to tell her and have these tough conversations to better himself. He had to separate himself from that situation. That was going to explode. All right? It was just going to be thousands of dollars of resources thrown in the trash, essentially, for another man's legacy. He had to reverse that situation. I salute to him for having the guts to go and tell somebody this ain't going to work out. Let's continue.
Shorty to the table. So look, I care about you a lot, but this is not going to work out anymore. I got to leave. Luckily for me, I did it in a short period of time, which is less than a year. So you can get it annulled, or pretty much like she won't be able to take anything from me. And for the most part, luckily for me, I got out of that situation with very low cost, even though I'm gonna say I bought her a car. Oh. You feel me? That's another thing. Yo, guys, I was a simp, guys. I was legit a simp. You feel me? That's why I want to give you advice. It's coming from the heart. No, bro, it's coming from the heart, because I went through it. You get me? Like, I've been there, done that. Now I'm dating 3 to 5 different chicks a day, literally from Instagram. So going from that to this is kind of like me leveling up and knowing what I want as a man and not taking what I don't want in my life. So, guys, that's kind of my story in a nutshell. I'm going to go more into detail on Patreon. Shout out to Myron Games for letting me talk about my story here. But follow us on patreon.com/freshfit for the full story behind the scenes, nitty gritty, and the details. And that's my story, guys. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. And share this with anyone that's dating a single mother, taking them serious, because this is very dangerous and they can go really bad for you.
Share it with your friend that's getting cucked.
Yeah, share it with your friends that getting cucked, because this is not a good experience, guys.
Uh-oh, women. That's the end of the video about it. Uh-oh. Men are getting wise. Men are spreading the information. This is male media here on YouTube. The jig is up. We are not accepting single mothers anymore. All right? We are starting to warn each other and openly speak about our problems. You better be afraid. You better get your stuff together, because there's going to be fewer and fewer simps walking around, fewer and fewer cucks walking around here. This is how it is. That's where we're going. That's where society is going, and either women are going to get with it and learn what we want, or they're going to get lost in the sauce. There's going to be a bunch of single mothers just running around here, and I'm not advising that. I don't want that to happen. I'm not an advocate for that, but it's what's going to end up happening if we keep this, the women's movement, right? You know what that's called, that I can't say on YouTube because they'll demonetize you. That women's movement, and you get men starting to wake up. It's going to be more friction until somebody give. And I don't think it's going to be men nowadays, man. We done had it. A lot of men have had it. So y'all better get on y'all stuff. Get it together. Get it together, because it's coming. But all right, y'all. Till next time.